Awesome. Almost. Anyway, welcome. This is SuperTuxKart. I am currently in the profile select because you guys should pick a name that I'm going to use for the profile. So, type away. And after that, we're just gonna get started. Got any ideas? I'm watching the chat, no worries. Jon-Snow. Eternal Second. Meme Dream Team. Those look like some good choices. How about John's Eternal Snow? How's that? It's always cold here. Seem good? Because I like it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick a character ahead of time and select my difficulty because that way I can just speed through the menus. Alright. So time's gonna start when I hit story mode. 3, 2, 1, go. And that cutscene is there. We're going to see it after the run. So don't worry. I'm gonna show it after the run. And we're already going to start with our first race, which is Cornfield Crossing. It's basically your generic first race. So yeah, welcome to SuperTuxKart. This game is free. You can get it online. It is originally for Linux. You can get it for Linux. In fact, one of the idle runners uses Linux on this. So anyway. As I start, you're going to see me doing a lot of little bits of drifting. So, how drifting works is when you do a small little drift, you get a yellow boost. If you do it for a very long time, you get a red boost. Now that's going to be important because when you use a boost, or you get a boost from drifting, it increases your maximum speed. So obviously, we want to be boosting, we want to be drifting in order to maintain our high speed. Red boost is more effective than yellow boost because it's faster and also lasts a little longer. However, if we can't do a red boost, we will be wanting to do yellow boost like we're doing here because at least yellow boost is faster than no boost at all. So we're gonna generally be sneaking on straightaways if we can, and sneaking in red boosts whenever possible. Now, in order to win this category, I have to beat Nolak at the end of all the challenges, which is at Fort Magma, and we'll get there. Anyway, another important thing is collecting nitro. Nitro lets you get another boost, and nitro and drift stack on top of each other, so it basically makes you go even faster. So I like to call this Formula 1 kart because you can go pretty ridiculously fast in this game, and you'll see. Anyway, this is basically the first level. So you can see I'm just slipping in red boost whenever possible. And anyway, how map exploration works is you want to minimize the amount of time you go through the main menu, or the main map. Oops, I forgot to split. My bad. I'm sad. Anyway, I'll have to edit that later. Anyway, this is one of the shorter courses. Oh yeah. This is a lot like Mario Kart if you ever see it. No, it does not permanently boost your max speed. It lasts for a limited time. Limited time offer. Now for $9.99. And red lasts a lot longer than yellow, so that's why I like getting red boosts, because they last longer, and I don't have to keep drifting. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and explain items now. There are plenty of items in the game. It works a lot like Mario Kart. As such, I have a bowling ball. It's basically your green shell game, so I basically knocked them over. there's some items that you want to watch out for, which is the bouncy ball. The bouncy ball. Sort. Okay, that's fine. I got the trophy glitch, which means the points didn't count towards me, but I'll get it in the next race. Anyway, it works a lot like Mario Kart. There's your basic blue shell item, which is the bouncy ball. The bouncy ball will chase down first place. So, and because of that, we've sort of found ways around that item. One of them is the bubblegum, which I have right now, and I'm going to try and keep this bubblegum because I can block many things with bubblegum, like this parachute. And we're going to be using items in various ways to help ourselves alleviate the slowdowns that the game provides. The parachute is another nuisance item. It basically, when you use it, it targets every racer ahead of you and slows them down. And we don't want to slow down, so there is a certain subset of items that replaces over each other. The parachute is one of those items. These items include the bubblegum, the fly swatter, and let's see, a ticking time bomb, which you get from those bananas when you dip into them. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, and the parachute itself. Those things can override each other. So if I, for example, if I get a parachute, I can get a fly swatter and override the parachute and just keep going. Otherwise I have to slow down and make the parachute go away, which is slower. Like this. I just eliminated the parachute with my fly swatter. So there's a whole bunch of item manipulation going on throughout the run, which basically speeds up the run overall. Like that, I just overrid the parachute once again with my bubblegum. So yeah, basically the first part of the run is fairly simple. Not a lot to do. Oh yeah, by the way, you can drift in midair. Just one of the quirks of this physics. Yeah, bubblegum blocks a hit, like I just showed you. So what I'm basically doing is I'm trying to minimize the amount of travel time between the world map so that I can just get to my races and beat them. So yeah, once again, red boost is very helpful here because this is a nice straightaway, so I don't have to use a bunch of yellows and slow myself down a bit. Another thing I'd also like to explain about the bouncy ball is there is more ways to blocking a bouncy ball than bubblegum, because bubblegum blocks a hit. You can throw an attack item back at the bouncy ball and hope you hit it. This includes the cupcake, which I just threw. This also includes the bouncy balls. I mean the bowling balls, which you saw earlier. I bumped into it. And finally the plunger, which we have not seen yet actually. I wonder if we'll eventually find one. It's pretty rare in first place, because it's pretty much useless in first. Anyway, this is one of the longer courses. It's only 2 laps, but it's still one of the longer ILs in the whole game. And so, and that note will come into play a little bit later. Also, I'm very bad at doing splits, as I've noticed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I failed you. Can I skip that? There we go. Anyway, that's the ticking time bomb. There's one exception to the rule of the fly swatter and the time bomb. If you use a fly swatter to override a time bomb, you lose the fly swatter. I don't know why they made it like that. It's just, they just did it for the animation maybe. Anyway, this music is very nice. Yeah, also Conky is very adorable. That's why I pick him as the character. There are stats on the cars. This is a middle class. The middle class cars are the best overall for a run because they have good acceleration and top speed. Now you may have heard a brief bouncing sound. That's a bouncy ball. But there it was. And like I said, in story mode, you have challenges. Also, what I just did was, you see me do it every race, is to skip the bird animation, which lets me start the race sooner. Anyway, as you saw on the screen, this is a collect nitro challenge. So what I'm supposed to do is collect a whole bunch of nitro. Yeah, it's a slam jam. I like to joke when I do my runs that it's a creeping slam jam because it's a giant basketball. So I have to avoid the slam jam. Anyway, this is basically a nitro challenge. There's not much to say other than just get to the end of the level as quick as you can while collecting nitro. It's a fairly easy nitro challenge because you can just run through the entire 3 laps without slowing down and get enough nitro. But there's the plunger. If you land it on a player or geometry, you can get a small amount of speed, like that. You can hardly see it, but it gave me a little tiny bit of speed. Nice, I got a 3 for there. Anyway, another thing that can be done to speed up this one particular challenge is there's an item called you haven't seen it yet, but it's called the item box. It's called the swapper. And what it does is it swaps item boxes with bananas, which is this, and vice versa. So if I use it now, for example, oh, never mind. Oh, sorry, I got it. But what it does is it swaps item boxes and bananas, but it also swaps nitros and bubblegum. So if there's any bubblegum on the track, it'll turn into a large nitro can, and it really helps this challenge because then you can actually use some of that nitro instead of reserving it for the actual challenge. It also helps in general if you get it. It's all these little time saves that add up to the whole run in general. Yeah, there's a bouncy ball. That's bubblegum. That's a parachute. That's a plunger. Now what I normally do is I actually try to get all the achievements while doing this whole run. But since I'm doing a marathon and the accepted leaderboard is expert %, which doesn't include achievements, I'm not getting the achievements this time. So I'm actually going to save a little bit of time on my expert % because I forgot to split again. I'm such a dope. I'm too busy explaining the whole game to you. Okay, there's another, that's an example of slowing down to get rid of the parachute. And there's a bouncy ball. I didn't get to use the gun fast enough. That's kind of why you want to have items like bubblegum. Don't worry, I didn't plan for STK to actually get chosen, so I'm trying my best. Anyway, later on you're going to actually encounter Grand Prix, and what Grand Prix do is they basically set you into a bunch of races that you do in a row, and you have to get the most points in order to win it. And we're about to hit one right now, right here. This is our first Grand Prix. Now something you can do is you can give up a race and not do that race, but you don't get points for it. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and manipulate the race standings so that we can actually win with fewer races. like this, and we're just gonna give up like this. So right now we're doing good because both these CPUs have 8 points. So that was so far a very successful GP skip. So we currently have 0 points, so we got to catch up in the Grand Prix. And I've already pre-routed to see which courses are the longest to go through in the GP. So naturally, you're going to skip the 2 longest courses. Doing this saves a couple minutes per GP, so throughout the entire run, it can save up to 10 minutes, which is pretty nice. It's a very, very big amount of time for a fairly sizable run. For a racer, at least. No, I don't want to abort the Grand Prix. Oh, okay. Hello, BC. Yeah, I know the character names. This is Conky. I'm playing as Conky. In second place we have Beastie. In third place we have Zuri. In fourth place we have Tux. And in last place we have Sarah. They are all actually mascots of open source free licensed products. For example, Conky, which I'm playing, is a software development kit mascot. Tux is obviously the mascot of Linux. And I'm pretty sure if you've done programming, you probably know Zuri and Beastie. Beastie is the mascot for free BSD. Hashtag free BSD because BSD needs to be freed. I love making that joke every time. It's a very, very uncommon joke, but I make it anyway. Anyway, as you can see by the gap I have on the CPUs are not that fast at all. And what we want to do is we want to get ahead of the CPUs as much as we can, because the closer the CPUs are to us, the more they can throw items at us and the more they'll slow us down. So naturally going faster makes you even more fast. Gotta go fast, always fast. But yeah, I never talked about the anvil. That's another thing you can overwrite, but I don't really talk about because it's not really that useful. So this is so far a very, very clean antediluvian abyss. I like it. So I can win the Grand Prix with this one course. Oh yeah, this course has a really nice skip in it. I didn't even feel like going for a nice hike in the grass. So you could just do that. There is a faster, believe it or not, faster way to beat this flood in one level. But I don't feel like doing it because it's very inconsistent. So yeah, that was a lap. Enjoy this wonderful course. And it's wonderful green plains. This was originally called Scotland. Shoutouts to all those Scottish out there. In fact, you can even see the Scottish flags there too. What is that bounce? Oh yeah, that's another example of the really nutty physics that come with this game. So it makes this game really funny and fun, because I just love seeing my cart just fly up in the sky with one little bounce. Anyway. Really now? Okay. our next course is Candle City, if we can get to it. Your dad is named. You're Scott. Are you Scottish? Yes, you're a little Scottish. You're Scotch, I guess. That's what they call it, I think. Scotch. How to get this? How to get this? How to get this? I've been on my back. Maybe someone gave me. Oh, okay, that's fine. Just override it with like I said. You can get it overridden with a parachute if you're lucky to. Don't worry about that. That's a timer inside a timer. It's no big deal. Wait, that's a bouncy ball? Oops, I used it the wrong way. I didn't mean to place it behind me. Oh well, that's a fail. There'll be a number of fails. This is also the most graphically intensive level in the whole path. I'm surprised it's not going all fidgety right now, because I'm literally live streaming. I guess surprises. Anyway, we're now going to warp over to here, because we're going to go over there for our next stop. Those three courses over there are very close to each other, so we're just going to do them all in a row. Oh yeah, you can also slipstream behind other carts. It's kind of hard though, and it takes a long time to actually slipstream. And given the nature of items in this game, it's very hard to do that anyway. This is also very rare to get, a triple zipper. So I'm just going to use them to speed ahead, because they're very useful. They literally increase your speed by a lot, so they're just basically the mushrooms like Mario Kart. That was a very tight corner, if considering the speed. You can look behind you too. In fact, looking behind you is the only way to throw items backwards, so that probably contributes to why I threw the gun backwards by accident. What is it? What's the next run gonna be? I'd love to hear it. Or more so read it, if you want to be the wise guy. Oh, nice. I do not know what FFMQ means, unfortunately. Yeah, this is a time trial challenge. I got a cart with some fairly low acceleration, and he just bumped me off the course. Which is always nice. The CPU also does not know how to time trial, so we're just gonna say goodbye to that CPU. Oh, almost got a red. Yeah, it's also a lot more beneficial to stack boosts on top of each other. Because then you get more time for deceleration, so you can like inch maybe fractions of a second out of your boosts. They're also very useful if you go airborne somehow. Although we don't get to see that anywhere in the main game. I'll try and show you a course later if you guys really want me to. But I know you want to see the other runs. Oh, and yes, I am going to show you that cutscene that I skipped earlier. It's the one cutscene out of 2. It's a very good quality cutscene. You should see it. Everyone should see it. Yeah, bubblegum once again. Saving the day. I'm currently a minute ahead of my PB. In case anyone is interested, because everything's going very smoothly, all things considered. Like, the CPUs are being really nice to me. Usually they throw like loads and loads of parachutes, but they've been really nice to me so far. And we're going to go to our second Grand Prix. It's called Off the Beaten Track. And this course we're going to skip because it is very, very long. So we need to get rid of Amanda and Sarah and make them go behind. Oh, they're already behind. That's awesome. Wow. That RNG. That RNG. That was like a very, very perfect RNG. I am so happy. I got to skip it right away. Good night, buddy. I'm surprised I saved time off of Hacienda because that is a very, 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 it's very optimized. It's very hard to beat the best time. I'm gonna stop here so I can let the bubblegum take the hit. Because I know the bubblegum is gonna break soon. That way I can just continue on my life. So yeah, it's basically paying attention to the whole game in general. Paying attention to your items. Knowing what item does what, and knowing what item you probably want to have. Like, I know there's very few bubblegum in the course, so I don't want to grab one of those boxes. Whoa. Yeah, that's part of the nutty physics I talk about. They're fun. Like, actually genuinely fun. I just love the charm of this game. How they just put so much love into this one little game. We should take a shout out to the developers of this game sometime. I think it's SuperTuxKart.net. I don't want to bore the Grand Prix. Okay, so I really need to make Hexley lose soon. Because Hexley is ahead in points. And this course is going to be very cramped because the CPUs are really, really cramped here. Hey, dude. Get fly swatted. Oh no, you don't. So yeah, here's hoping Hexley stays in lower ranks. I need him to at least take third. So I'm gonna go ahead and just chase him here and hit him here. There we go, now I can continue on with the race. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna catch up after that. And if he does, then woe is me. So yeah, this is basically CPU manipulation, or race ranking manipulation. Because playing so many races is not fun. In fact, it's boring. It takes more time than we need. Also, hitting gum is not fun either. I can attest to it. Have you ever driven over like a car-sized hunk of gum? That doesn't sound like fun. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, we can worry less about the rankings and just do the races. Yes, there is an all races category. You do it via the menu, the race menu, and you just single race everything. Oh, that's lucky. Get an extra item box. Item get rush jet. Get equipped with rush jet. So I can hear the slam gem incoming. That's why I call it the incoming slam gem. It's ready to slam. That's why I didn't get a drift boost there, because I was on a red boost, and if I did a small little boost like that, I would have overridden the red boost with the yellow boost and gone just a little bit slower. Oh, there's another lap. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, that's just me slowing down to make the parachute go away. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, I just accidentally overrid that red boost with the yellow boost and I went a little bit slower. Whoops. Okay, good night, Fred. Thanks for coming. I know this is a very long marathon, and that's fine. That was a gold split. Okay. So now I'm off to, I think it's this one. Antediluvian Abyss. Ah, darn. Yeah, you sometimes don't want to attack the racer in first, who is a CPU. Because then they might have bubblegum, and they'll just stick you with bubblegum. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these boost arrows because they seem incredibly useful right now. So I'm just trying to concentrate and not hit item boxes so I can actually use this. 2 fly swatters. Okay. That's interesting. Bubblegum, perfect. Oh, yeah, it's the CPU's having fun with bowling balls on the opposite side of the course. Ooh, double bubble. Toil and trouble. Safety gun. Another safety gun. Gran Turiso Island is next. This is also a very long course. Also, this game is filled with intentional and unintentional shortcuts. Wow, booster went first. That was very rare. This is one of the intentional ones. You can just dive off the right of the track and just head right into this little, this pier, the boardwalk there. I was gonna call it boardwalk. That reminds me of Banshee Boardwalk from Mario Kart 64. That's like such a dreaded course. Can you parachutes please not go on my back cart? I have good grammar. I have very good grammar. Whoa, okay. I've had times where I actually fly off the course. Oh yeah, by the way, these people in the bikinis, they're solid. If you bump into them, they act like a wall. People in bikinis are made of solid rock. They just bump you back. 2 minutes away from the end? Sure. It's still a little while. We still got a while to go. That was a gold split, okay. Now for around the lighthouse. This is one of the shorter levels. This one level has had its IL record just dance back and forth between players. It's a pretty difficult course to go fast in. It's because of how you need to arrange the red boosts, which I'm doing right here. I found that just sneaking yellow boost here is faster than just trying to get a red boost there. It took a little time, but I found out. Yeah, I can also cut around the grass a little bit. But the sand, you can't. It slows you down, like you're seeing now, because I'm so dumb. No. I love this game. It's really fun. In fact, I've been friends with the developers for a couple of years. They are wonderful people. They're very nice. They're very nice to you. Yeah, of course we're still live, dude. We're living on the edge. The Microsoft edge. Anyway, the next course is right here. well, you know, it's the one broken level. I have a glitch that I've yet to show off, which is related to this, how this glitch works. This glitch cut works. It's related to checkpoints, really. Yeah, I can get across here even with a parachute. It's harder though. They're not playing nice today. They just sent 3 parachutes in a row. Now it's 4. Yeah, we don't even get any items on this course. We just break it down. We just break it down to its bits. Yeah, that's a red TARDIS over there. Just in case you felt like that. It's actually a phone booth, but I just like calling it a red TARDIS now. There it is again. So yeah, same deal as when I was in GP. So the sheep are very bouncy, as you can tell. Except for this Black Hill Mansion. This is one of the harder courses to do an IL on because its corners are very tight, its paths are very narrow. In fact, these paths are so narrow that the bouncy ball can actually crash a lot on ceilings and walls. Like that, it just blew up around me. You didn't see it, but I heard the sound of it. Oh yeah, you can also cut along the grass here. That tree also extends its hitbox very far. It's really misleading. See, there's the bouncy ball. You can hear it. I didn't know you could get a yellow boost off there. That's interesting. I'll have to remember that. See these trees, man. Their hitbox extends to the heavens. Yeah, there's another bouncy ball exploding because it can't get to me. We'll get to see this course later. Alright, next up is Green Valley, which is actually one of the more broken courses, and this actually abuses a checkpoint bug. There are only 2 checkpoints in this level, so I'm going to go straight to this finish line, and I'm going to start heading backwards. The reason why I'm playing in 4x3 is because if you play in 16x9, this wrong way sign goes right in the middle of the road, and it makes it hard to see. So that's why I'm playing in 4x3. That is the only reason why I choose a specialist. So I'm going to go between these rocks and respawn, and I'll be at the finish line. That's a lap. This glitch was found by Ubuntu Jackson. He's one of the IL players. He doesn't really do any runs, but he does the ILs. He likes finding glitches like these, so if you ever find him, give him a shout. Also, we have to go backwards against CPUs. So that was very clean. I'm glad I got that out of the way. There's another lap. This one glitch actually saves almost a minute of time. Oh yeah, you can bump into CPUs again. So you have to be careful. So we really have to be careful there because if we fly off the course, we end up getting spotted back on the finish line, and that'll just waste our time, and that's no good. Can you not give us parachutes? So that's why I'm being careful not to fall off the course. And that's the level. That saved 1 minute 20 seconds, if anyone knew. In case anyone didn't know. There's another glitch like that we'll do, and it's the last level. That's Fort Magma. I'm sorry, Kiki. This is my time. I was not nice to Kiki today. It made me sad. Kiki is my other favorite character in the game. It's my favorite lightweight character. In very rare instances in ILs, lightweight characters are actually better than medium weight characters. Heavyweight characters just can't do anything at all. I used to actually run the game as a heavyweight character and I couldn't understand why I was doing so bad on ILs, and then I started using medium weight. I was like, oh, this is a lot better. Some players keep using heavyweights and lightweights anyway, so I hope some of them start using medium weights, because medium weights happen to have an advantage in the long run. So this is a very clean mini golf. Usually it goes really wrong. Like the CPUs really throw loads of items at you because this is a very close and confined level. So this is actually going very well. So now we're gonna go to our third Grand Prix, which I think is at World's End. Yep. Okay. And we get to play mini golf again. Yay. Yeah, for some reason we get to play mini golf twice in a row. And we can't skip this course because there's only four courses in this one Grand Prix, so we only get to skip one course instead of two. And we're gonna skip the most boring and annoying course, which will be coming up. This is the third course. Also, getting zippers is always very lucky. It's always appreciated. And this is kind of why the CPUs spam items in this course, is because there's so many item boxes. I'm not joking, this is the most item boxes of any course. Those nitros are not really worth it unless you're doing ILs. But generally this is a pretty slow course. Like, you can't really do much about drifting, so it's really hard to do. Also, getting hit by that golf ball that comes out near the middle of the course, you do not want to get hit by it. Here's a bouncy ball. I just blasted it with an attack item, so that made me happy. Hooray! And here's we'll be coming back to this course later on. It'll actually have a very important... Oh yeah, that CPU just landed sideways and respotted itself. I've never seen that happen before. Can someone please clip that so I can see it again? That would be appreciated. So I've never seen a CPU like run sideways on a flat surface and respot itself. I've never seen that. Anyway, here's a nice little this nice polygon right on the side of that wall. Let's just skip a little bit, of course. Let's mention that little cut I've been doing that skips that little U-turn. It's all the time saves that matter. And I get to do this. I have to do this 3 times every time. And I have to do it twice in the run, so it's quite tense sometimes. The IL for this course is really insane. It's really, really quick. And we've been trying hard to see how little airtime we could get off of that one clip up the wall, because there's one polygon on the wall that lets you drive up it for whatever reason. So we use it and just skip that one wall. Yeah, I enabled that bubblegum there so I don't get launched, so I don't get bumped off the course by that one CPU that's falling down. That was really good. Whoops. Accidentally split there. Yeah, we're gonna give up this race. Also, the current record holder is Cypherium because we found a bunch of new skips and stuff in the courses, and we're still trying to find more checkpoint nonsense. So it'll probably speed up by a couple minutes later on. I'm doing really well. I'm currently 2.5 minutes and 250 out of my PB, which is kind of insane. And then again, it's not really that unexpected since I use that for 100% as well. So I kind of have to spend time getting achievements as well. That's fine. But in general, I've been saving time left and right, which is kind of interesting. This is a very, very smooth run. The CPs are being nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw a plunger on Wilbur, because why not? We're too fast. Oh yeah, there's third place. We just lapped up third place. We almost lapped up every single CPU. And our final Grand Prix is to the moon and back. And we're going to skip this course. Another little thing that I do in the IL is bump off that side post on the finish line, and it lets me keep accelerating faster, so I can basically get through the run quicker. What game is up next? Oh no, it's some alien code. Ask them. I don't know what the acronym stands for, sadly. So can you please ask them to tell me what the acronym stands for? Alright, we're about to encounter some CPUs, so we gotta be a little careful and steer around them. Oh, thanks, Wilbur. You're a bro. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest? Okay. Whoops. Okay, that's kind of not what I want to do, but that's fine. Whoa, okay. I know what the FF stood for. I didn't understand what the MR stood for. But yeah, bouncy balls. I just threw one and it hit the ceiling and it crashed on some CPUs. Also, chairs do not move out of your way, so you kind of have to move out of their way. You have to get used to things that you can't push in SuperTuxKart. Jerk birds on the floor too, Pazuzu. Oh, by the way, the blue bird that respawns you, that's called Falcon. It's not called the rescue bird or the bird or something. Although I like to call it the bird. I used to, and I just call it Falcon. So, let's see, 12. So I need to make Puffy get hurt if I can. Puffy's gonna hit the lead. He's gonna have too many points. Nice. Okay. Oops. So like I said before, I need to focus on. Oh, okay, you got hurt. So I guess I can continue through this Grand Prix then. I actually have the best glitchless record for this course. It's under 2 minutes and it's really, really optimized. Oh, so that dude's getting hit again? And you didn't? Oh well. Puffy, please. I want to move on with my life. So would you please stop throwing cupcakes at me? Yeah, the cupcakes are explosive. Cupquake. Oh, okay, that's fine. Ah, indeed. Like, I like how the voices just totally express how you feel of the game when you hit stuff like that. I think I can win with Luffy in that position. I can actually play this the fast way. But yeah, in this course, you get so much nitro because there's loads and loads of nitro in the course. I don't even get to use it all by the time I finish the level. It's just that much nitro. The IL can't even use up all its nitro. That's the glitchless IL. Ubuntu Jackson, believe it or not, actually found a glitch to skip a bunch of this level. So now the IL record is much lower than that. Because he found out that the checkpoint is very close to the end of the level. I normally don't hear a second loop of this course, but I had to because I had to slow Puffy down. So now I can skip this one course because it's very long. Okay, the music stopped. Okay. And here's the course we skipped earlier, Old Mine. This has very generic miner music. Have you ever gone mining? This is probably what you want to hear. I'll just let you enjoy this wonderful music. Hi-yo. Hi-ho. Still have a few minutes to walk around. I still have a few minutes to walk around. In fact, I think I've got a few more courses left, so time is probably coming up in at least 10 minutes, maybe. At least under 10 minutes. So if you feel like setting up for the next race, go ahead. This is going way underestimate. I underestimated myself. I'm sorry. And that there's a minecart that goes across that one piece of track. It can hit you, but it's very rare. I've actually never gotten hit by it. But I believe someday I will, maybe. Oh, I'm using the layout you need. Oh dear. Well, you can do what I do. I just switch it to the intermission and then just do the work there. I just have the stream ready. That's what I usually do. I've never once lost to that doomsday clock. Alright, here's the RNG heavy part of the run, which is the follow the leader challenge. The whole point of this game mode is to follow the leader. However, you have a gracing period of like 30 seconds, so you can go ahead and do stuff. So the whole strategy of this course is to be closest to the leader without being behind, without being in last place. Because the last place cart always gets eliminated. However, if you're ahead of the leader, you get eliminated as priority. So you don't want to go ahead of the leader, you want to be closest to second place without going over. So I'm always hoping that I get some attack items. Like there, that was very close. You do not want to be close to CPUs all the time. Like I want to hit this guy with a fly swatter so I can get ahead of him. And that's good. This was very lucky. That was a very lucky STK Enterprise. So we got the big RNG heavy thing out of the way. So now we're on to our last Nitro challenge, which is in this level. It is a lot harder than the past Nitro challenge, so I'm going to be collecting a lot of Nitro. This is the second last course, so our time's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, I also want to show you that cutscene that I skipped earlier. That's really funny. The reason why I really want to collect lots of Nitro is because I skip a few of it to do that shortcut. That's nice. Which is right here. I can only get 2 laps of this, so I have to make sure I get a lot of Nitro. Missing Nitro can mean the end of this, and meaning I have to go back and get some more. So I have to be very careful. So I'm kind of going to concentrate now and have quiet time. Nice. Okay, I got this. Oh, that works. That was funny. And here's our last course. This is no lock. He doesn't play fair, so we're not going to play fair as well. We're going to go backwards. We're just going to go backwards here. And once again, we're going to do our checkpoint glitch. There's no lock. He tried to hit us with a hammer. That's okay. We sort of missed it, but we can catch up on it anyway. We're hoping to skip as much as we can. Oh, boost arrows help. That's nice. So we're just gonna see out a lock. We're just gonna go backwards again. Yeah, those boost arrows help us a lot. I'm also gonna use this gum in case he tries to throw something at me. Did I get it? Nice, I got the skip. Okay. Let's see if we can go 2 for 3. Yeah, time's coming up after I get the cutscene at the end of the course. That's time. gosh. That is a very, very good time. It was like record by 3 minutes or so. So we're gonna let this play out. We're gonna basically free GNU from his prison cell. So I'm gonna show off the last cutscene and the first cutscene I skipped earlier, since I got time for that. Here's the credits. They're kind of boring, but you can view them on your own time. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a profile. We're gonna make another new profile so we can watch this cutscene. I'll let this play out for you. And once this cutscene is over, I'll let you switch it over. Because it has the best face in the game. The best expression that I've ever seen. So basically the story is, Nolok decides to capture GNU because he's the leader of the open source mascots. So there we go. He shrinks him into his wonderful ship. Haha. Oh yeah, he has some voice acting too. He is the only voice acting in the game. So here it comes. Check out that awesome endless despair on his face. What's wrong, little hippies? Your great new leader's missing. Oh yes, see. He's in my castle now. And will be served for supper. But I'm a fair creature, so I'll make you a deal. If you can beat me racing, I will free your conjure.
But you pathetic little twerps will never be able to
beat me, king of the carts. And there we go. And that's his face. Just look at his priceless face. And there you go. You get some of the characters select. So, that was SuperTuxKart. Thank you guys for joining us on my amazing 104, somehow miraculous 104. I am just as impressed as some of you maybe. But yeah, that was actually a marathon record. Hope you enjoyed it.